Hello and welcome back to Dunes, the series where I build my dungeon crawling deck building game. Last episode we did this room. What is that I hear? Is there a wandering... What in the world? Get out of here. And then all of this in here. So we've done quite a bit. Who put this mess here, bro? I'm taking this down. Now, obviously, in that last episode, I did say I'd do the redstone for all of those rooms today, but sometimes fate pulls you one way and you have to go with the flow. But what does that mean, you may ask? What that means is today we are doing the crystal shop, this big eyesore, which is still going to take some redstone. So, I mean, you'll see redstone in this video either way. It just might not be the redstone you were expecting. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. And here we are, the redstone for the shop is complete. And we're going to go over it. So basically how this works is it's a bunch of item sorters. So starting over here, this dropper is where the items are stored. And these are the items that are actually in the shop. And these get sent off 3 at a time by this machine here that pushes out this piston, sending the signal through 3 times, as you can see by the number in here. And then once it's done sending all that out, this will extend back, and then the items will flow up this water and then go in their respective item sorters. Now, once it goes through an item sorter, it powers this or whatever one it went through, but one of these repeaters, and then it'll go all the way through and power this dropper, pushing this sand block into this, thus powering this, leading up to all of this here. Now, once this powers, the piston will retract, unlocking this hopper and allowing payment to go through. As you can see, if I put something in there now, nothing's going to happen because it's locked. But at the same time this is happening, this fence with an armor stand on it will push up, and then the item will be visible and you'll know what you're purchasing. Now, if we run this through the test, I just got to press this button. It'll send out the 3 items, and then we'll get the lights and the composters to move. Boom, boom, and boom. Now, once those items go through the item sorters, they just sort back into this dropper, so they're already back here. No need for a reset. And now that this is done, we can talk about pricing. Now, the pricing is down here. So this one on the far end, for example, is 5. And basically how this works is every item that goes through, it kicks an item out of this into here, and then this is locked, so it can't go back. And once this is empty, it'll power all this off, powering this on and dispensing the reward, and then pushing the item from here back into there, which makes all of this go back to its original state. So let's just do that now. So let's get 5 and then throw it in there and watch it happen. As you can see, everything was all good. But that's great and all, but how does it automatically reset itself? That's what this whole system is for. This is the timer for the reset. I did not design this. I don't remember where I got it from. Maybe if I find it, I'll do an editor's note and put it in there. But this will be the... basically how long you have to wait for resets to happen. I'm going to probably set this to maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes. I think sounds about right. But once the timer is up, it will send a signal out here and then through here. This is another clock thing that holds this redstone line on, which empties the payment hoppers back to where they're supposed to be. And at the same time, it goes down this redstone line, pushing any item that was in here like this back to here. And then once this timer is off, this will trigger, basically starting the clock over again and then going all the way through and dispensing 3 more items. So if I kickstart this up, we get the 3 items going. Yep, we got the 3 items. And this is going to take a while to actually reset. I should have probably taken items out of there, but I'll be back when it's about to reset. All right. This block just kicked over, so it's about to send the signal and then reset this any second now. There it goes, and all the lights turn off. All these hoppers unlock, and pretty sure, yep, we have all the payment back where it needs to be. This is the system, and it's nice and I'd say pretty compact, maybe except for all of this out here, but come on. We know I'm not the best at redstone, but either way, it works. So let's get it back into the world. All right, and the shop is in place, but of course there's only a few more things I have to add to actually make it work, or at least look pretty. And one of those things involved display entities. Now this is an axiom feature. Just do that, and then we got a sand block. I'm gonna have to turn my shaders off for this because I can shrink this down to about a carpet's width and then start placing them right here. Now this process does take a little bit of time, but it's not too bad. And then of course we can't forget to get the walls in check. So let me just make sure that this is rotated appropriately, and then it will go here. And then there we go. Turn back on the shaders, and now it just looks like sand. Now how this shop is gonna work is the items will pop up and be visible right here. It'll look like they're coming out of the sand, and once they're purchased, they will sink back into the sand. Okay, and to do this, we are going to need to work some armor stand magic. And basically how this is done is we're going to make these show their arms. Now this mod is, I believe, called Armor Poser. Oh, I did the wrong thing. And it's something that was done on Hermitcraft. But now we can give them the items that they deserve. You can kind of see the new card art now. I guess that's a little bonus for seeing this video. But yeah, switch the items to their heads like that, and then make them invisible. Actually, make this one small, and pretty much they all have to be small and invisible. Just like this, and boom. Now what I can do is I can drop them where they need to be. And then one thing I have left to do is... and then we place that all here. And now that we've done that, let's put the signs in place. That's one off. I could fix that, I guess. There we go. Now there is one more thing I forgot to mention. So I take this crystal, which is the currency that is going to be used in that shop. I can get any die of my choice, and I can name the item whatever. Throw it into this cauldron with the die. And you heard that noise right there. And then now I have a colored item name. And it works with the custom resource pack that I made, which is so cool. Now I think it's time to give it a test. So behind the scenes, I did add a manual thing that I can use to either turn off or on this machine. It can run pretty much while the world is off and while it's unloaded, so it doesn't have problems with that. But just in case I ever want to tweak anything, I don't have to perform open heart surgery. I can just stop the machine. But one click in this button and we should get 3 options in the shop. There we go. Perfect. Now what we can do is we can purchase some of the items here. So let's say, for example, I choose to buy item frames. There we go, and it sinks back into the sand, and then boom, perfect, and then it'll load up, and it stops at 5. Great. Now I guess while we're here, I can get all the other ones like this, so 20 and then 25. And as you can see, the light around the cards, it only does it on active ones. See, the light will turn off, and then now that's the only one active, so it draws your eye to it, which is so good. And then we have the 2 cards that we bought. Now I manually just got more options back, so just to show the bundles, and there we go. Now I'm gonna let the rest sit here and then watch for the, oh, we got our bundle, yes sir. But yeah, I'm gonna watch for the reset. And there it is, and it'll take probably a few seconds before it pops up anything again. If I didn't turn it off, it should. There we go. It gives 3 more random items. So yeah, I'm so happy with how this turned out overall, and I can definitely apply some of the things that were done here to the in-game shop. But that will be it for today. So join me next week where I will actually be building the redstone that I promised I'd be doing today. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!